The wild western prairie is a place of immense danger, where even the slightest misstep can be the difference between life or death. From howling coyotes, sharp cacti, and aggressive wild boars to the most scary of them all, interaction with other online players. But what choice is there when I got a friend all the way in the north of Annesburg who needs to eat? Now, most of my friends say that walking there would be a waste of time and I shouldn't do it. So of course, I am determined to bring this stew to this house. But can it be done in an online environment, starting in Gaptooth Ridge? Take one last look at my camp, where I leave everything behind. The sun already went down and it's getting really dark already. So not only do I walk on the prairie alone, but I have no way to defend myself. For minutes I walk in a fog that seems to get deeper by the second. My map is my only method of guidance. I am all alone. No one coming for me, no one to have a talk with. How important is this ball of stew actually? Well, very. My commitment is big. I cannot stand the fact that my friends think this is a waste of time, so I have to get the stew to my friends at northern Annesburg. After about 10 minutes, I reach Ridgewood Farm with the stew still in my hand. It's great, but right after that I had some pretty close encounters. Cacti go from being a minor inconvenience to literally the most dangerous hazards of all time. When walking into one, not only will I bleed, I will drop the stew. Now that cannot happen. Although it's not about the destination, it's about the journey. I have to keep in mind that I am walking in a beautiful landscape. I mean, just look at the stars. They are What? So attempt 2. I have to be more careful if I am to deliver this freshly made stew to my friend. Luckily, after a few minutes of my journey, the sun rises. Now this is great. Not only can I see way more, but I also don't have to be afraid of the scary creatures of the night. But the day presents new problems. We make it all the way to Armadillo, where this online player jumps me. I am telling him what my objective is, and he keeps walking with me. He seems to be friendly, but I do keep an eye on him because he can end my run at any second. I'm not staring, that can scare him off. So I keep walking casually while secretly seeing what he is up to. Now I cannot record his voice, but it doesn't matter because this guy doesn't speak English. Luckily he lowers his weapon and decides to walk with me. Did I do it? Did I engage in social interaction? On the prairie? So we walk for a few minutes. Sometime later we can even make it to McFarland's ranch.
No! Bro! Bro, why you do this?
Run over. I keep on telling this guy that he wasted so much of my time. And he starts being uncomfortable, indicating to me that he felt sorry. As he should. If these are the dangers of the prairie, can this stew be taken all the way across the map? The delicious, tasty stew that everyone and everything seems to want to take from me? After just leaving, some dog comes up to me as if he wants me to go with him. But no time to lose, the stew is getting cold. So I walk a bit and all of a sudden, a wild boar attacked me. So I guess my friend's gonna have to be hungry for a little while longer. But that means that I can in fact go after the dog and see what he wanted. He really seemed to have some kind of treasure for me. I follow him and he leads me to an antique alcohol bottle. Damn dog wanted to waste my stew as well. Attempt 4. I leave in the middle of the night. Walk all the way to Ridgewood, past Oddfellow's Rest, through Armadillo, all the way past McFarland's ranch. Wow, I cannot believe I made it all the way here. I mean, we had a few close calls, but nothing we can't handle. Now we are presented with a choice. See, the road goes to the left and the path further down leads me through my worst nightmare. 12 inches of deadly crystal blue water. I guess that going through it is way too deep for the player to carry the stew. Now it is risky to go through, but it would definitely be the fastest route. However, if I'm correct and I drop the stew, I have to start all over again. So I find another way, which cost me quite some extra time to get to the same place. All good, since I can guarantee this way that I still have the stew. Right now we are in Southwest Elizabeth, and I have two options once again. Go through the dangerous forest of tall trees, where animals can end me in seconds, or go for the more open approach and go across the Great Plains, where we have more chances to run into enemy players. Now I thought tall trees might be the better option, but I wasn't paying attention for a while and suddenly I was walking on the Great Plains. But everything was okay. Until it wasn't. Now to get to Strawberry we have to cross this water, and the water is all the way to my knees. I see no other option, so without hesitation I go through and... Ah no! The player just chugs the stew without chewing and the run is over. Damn it! Is this actually impossible? Is my friend gonna starve? Attempt 5 didn't really make it far. After half an hour of walking, I went past Armadillo on the path that leads to McFarlane's ranch. However, a pack of wolves blocks the way. I wait a while for them to go away, after which I try and sneak past them. But of course, they smell the stew. And... Attempt 6. I stroll over the prairie and absorb every pixel on the screen that might be dangerous. Nothing gets in my way. The stew will reach my friend. I will bring this damn bowl of stew across the land. A couple of close calls and much time later, I make it to the water again. And I scanned every stroke of water off camera to kinda guess where it's the deepest and not. It's nerve-wracking since I've now spent about 45 minutes to get here in this attempt. Again, I go via here, and when I'm almost there, the player chugs the stew as if it is nothing. Now I'm sure some of you got a question at this point. Most of all, why do you keep attempting this? And that is a good question. I found this challenge to be really relaxing. I can't shut my mind off and focus on mindless wandering. Yes, it is mildly frustrating that I get attempts that don't work out. Attempt 7, for example, I walked through a bunch of cacti, making me start again, having wasted about 20 minutes of my life. But did I have a good time? Yeah. Or attempt 8. I get captured by a bunch of online players who don't even think a second before hog-tying me. Attempt 9. Wolves.
No!
But I am getting better at dealing with the presented dangers. Proof. We walk all the way to McFarlane's ranch, and after having died, and the wolves have eaten my stew, I take the time to scout out alternatives. Because we are currently 1 week on the road and the closest I've gotten is the end of Great Plains. Things are not looking good, and the water problem seems to be a thing we have to deal with. So I find this place, where I scan the water to maybe find a stew-friendly route. But walking all the way here, I mean, that's torture. And I don't know if it would work effectively. I even try another place, a little more north, but the water definitely seems way too deep for a bottle of stew. But then it occurred to me, there is a dam I can go over. The Uwangila Dam. But that's gonna be at least 15 to 20 minutes of a detour. But come on, I see no other way. The water is just an enormous risk. Attempt 10. I've planned the start of my route so that when I leave it is still dark, but the sun should come up pretty soon. This is most strategic. It means that I risk the deadly things of the night in the beginning of my trip, but if I were to fail, I can just reset while it only took me a couple of minutes. Before reaching Benedict Pass, the sun comes up, which is excellent. It's no free way to the finish, but traveling by day is a lot more fun, because there is so much more to see, but more importantly, it's a lot safer. But in the evening I get to tall trees. Yes, I've decided to face the deadly consequences of nature and cross this area. But I am presented with a big choice. It's getting dark soon. I think about camping at Manzanita Post, or continuing and hope I make it to Strawberry. I am torn because if I stay the night, that's gonna take so long. Do I really want to spend that long waiting? If I just continue, I think I'll be walking for about 10 minutes in the darkness. Surely no bad things would happen in 10 minutes, right? So I kept on walking. It is dark and thereby hard to see, but I have actually made it to the dam I was getting to in a little over 40 minutes. From here I will set a new waypoint. I'm gonna have to take a detour to cross Strawberry. But this in itself is a big risk. Strawberry is usually the place where deadly players will roam. But right now I think that's worth the trade-off of being temporarily safe from nature at night. But before even getting to Strawberry, another problem pops up that we haven't seen yet. A bounty target appears. Luckily I have to turn right regardless, and the bounty target is on the left side, but I keep holding my breath. Maybe the bounty is on the move and is about to shoot me? Doesn't seem like it. So just keep walking. I'm almost at Strawberry. I should know the road from here. But as I keep walking, Strawberry doesn't come. And I start to worry. Have I underestimated how far Strawberry is from Manzanita? No! No, keep away, damn it! Wolves again! Not now! I'm so close! I keep on running in the woods and run around trees to hopefully shake them off, but man, these wolves are tough and hungry. And they take the stew and kill me. Damn it, how can this be? I checked my map and it seems I have taken a wrong turn. The road doesn't lead me to Strawberry at all, and I was walking around it. Oh, this is heartbreaking. How long is this gonna take? I keep on learning from my mistakes. But what I did notice is that it is really doable to get from camp to Manzanita in a little more than a day's time. With sunlight at least. And like I already said, that's the safest. So I plan when I leave. And have a peaceful hike all the way to Manzanita Post again. And I make it with little issues. I am presented with the same choice again. But this time it's way easier. When I reach Manzanita, the sun is already pretty much gone entirely. So it just makes sense to spend the night here. And that means I'm just waiting all night at the campfire. Are there a lot of you who know how tedious that is? With a controller in your hand just staring at a screen? You want to play, but you know damn well that by doing this you risk the last 40 minutes or so. So I keep waiting and waiting all by myself. I sometimes hear different forest sounds and I'm glad that I'm here, safe around the campfire. I look at the stew and wonder, is this it? Have I discovered the secret? It feels like Strawberry is my final destination, but I do also realize that Strawberry is only, halfway? There are plenty of roadblocks ahead. But I have already scouted the map and seen that some roads are blocked off for me because water runs through it. And I won't risk that. The dangers are just too great. So I know the rest of the way. After Strawberry, I make my way to Wallace Station or Riggs, I'd forget, and there I follow the train tracks that will lead me all the way to the house of my friend. So with confidence I look at the time. I've waited for 17 minutes, give or take. The sun will come up in a few minutes, so I am preparing mentally for the rest of the road. After an entire night's sleep and at my 11th attempt, I am finally ready to get this freaking stew to Annesburg.
Bro, don't kill me, bro, don't kill me. I set up my camp in Gaptooth Ridge, and I'm bringing this stew to Annesburg. But I was waiting for it to, not be darkened again. Because oh my god, bro. Oh my god. Why?
25 minutes underway. Bandits. Enough said. Moving on. 15 minutes underway. bandits again. Enough said, moving on. I feel pretty good this morning. I have a feeling that today could be something special. Nothing special happens until Benedict Pass, but there are players who are robbing a train here. That's quite unfortunate and really messes up my strategy. If I were to go around, that would waste a lot of time and I might not make it to Manzanita before nightfall. But going through a bunch of bandits, well, we all know how that went. So I take the time to carefully go around. And when I say carefully, I mean carefully. Because I have to go off-road, over this hill with a lot of deadly cacti, and go all the way north through Ridgewood to be safe. And things are pretty good right now. At Ridgewood there is a dog following me, which made me nervous, but all is good. Now, the last 2 nights have been wasted on bandits. And if I'm not mistaken, I have now lost 7 runs to human players so far. All these damn outlaws, bandits, thinking that the world revolves around them. Pathetic. So after leaving Armadillo, you can imagine that I got pretty nervous when this guy showed up. I am fully prepared to start again right here, but then he waves at me. Huh. Strange. Could he actually be friendly? No, he runs after me and I already see the lasso in his hand. I take the time to tell him my plan and this guy keeps following me. He doesn't have a mic so he cannot talk back to me, but is this guy actually coming along? No way, right? Who in their right mind wants to spend time walking all the way to Annesburg? I mean, besides me. Well, we walk a while, and although slow, we eventually reach McFarlane's ranch. This guy actually seems friendly. Although, I think he's actually a girl, but who cares, I keep calling him bro. He even follows me through the detour to get to West Elizabeth. But then we make it to Tall Trees, and it has been night for quite a while already, and I have nowhere to stay. And to make the matter worse, Manzanita Post has been blocked off by seemingly hostile players. So I turn around and take another detour to go all the way through the west side of Tall Trees, where my bro protects me from an incoming boar, I believe it was.
Bro, please help me. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Please, no. Oh, thank you, bro. You're the best.
This guy saved my life. I'm eternally grateful. I gotta say, it's kinda refreshing to have someone by my side. The solitude is nice sometimes, but it's better to have a friend next to me in those dangerous lands. It's quite unfortunate he can't talk back, but the company is kinda nice. But let's take advantage of the situation. After the dam, when the sun sets, I stop a moment to ask my friend a question.
Bro, I have a plan. What if you would take the horse and see if Strawberry is safe from hostile activity? What do you think about that? If you don't want... nod it? Okay.
And he does what a good friend does. Check to see if his friend can cross the road safely. And after a while he comes back. He cannot talk, but when I ask him if it's safe, he nods. So yes, we can continue. See? Having friends, great. At one moment I had a big scare, because random enemies who are marked red came riding up to us. Marked red means enemies, right? And they leave us be. Man, that was close. And luckily they didn't want to kill us. You know what? It is a long road, but as we get to the train tracks here, we follow that. And there are only a few things left that could kill us. So we walk, stroll, hike, and march for minutes, quarters, and eventually another hour and another hour. We've established that the Wild West is a dangerous place. So when the prairie warns us that we are about to cross a hostile hideout, I start to sweat. We take it real slow, and I left my friend behind. But after taking the risk and crossing enemy territory, there are not even enemies here. Phew, another bullet dodged. Upon entering this cave, my friend bravely goes ahead to shine light in a tunnel and reveals any dangers that may lie in the dark. The thought of a train in my back is in my mind, but I keep not hearing it, so it's not a problem. Now a final threat is revealing itself. A cougar. I am really scared. Until...
Oh no, there's a cougar! On the train tracks! Oh no no! Oh no, bro! Oh, I thought you were dead! Bro, I'm so glad you're alive! Yo!
So as you see, friendship pays off. Because my friends, because of my bro, we reach the end, and finally, after weeks, against all odds, we deliver the stew. But no one is home, so maybe another time?